What's up, guys? How's it going? Axel Toss here from the MLG offices in New York City. Hopefully you're having a fantastic... What's today? Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? November 6th, 2013. It's Wednesday where I am. Is it Wednesday where you are? Is the question. If you're in Europe, it is. If you're in Europe, it is... Okay, math. I can do this. 4:30. Yes? Maybe? 4:30 p.m.? Maybe you just got home from school and you're watching some STARCRAFT, which is awesome. Maybe you're at work and you're needing a break because it's getting late in the day. You get off at 6 and you're trying to muscle through the last hour and a half. Stay through it. You got it. Okay, looks like we're changing servers to EU server, which is fine. Quick shout-outs to the people in the chat. Heartless SC saying, listening to the cast at work. Cast like a boss. Also, Regio, keep doing that cardio, man. Keep running. Regio is watching on his big screen while he's doing some cardio, which is fantastic. You're awesome. Cool. Burning Frog, how you doing? Innovation 19, Morris Aces, Jan Drop K, Zenith Safer, Sir Daylot. You guys are cool. So I think we're going to the EU server. So I'm going to switch over there. Let's see. Let me make sure I do this right. Please bear with me. Thank you so much for your patience. Menu, region, Europe. Okay, we can do this. This is going to work. I'm going to tweet right now, by the way. I would appreciate if you guys maybe went and retweeted if you feel like it, or maybe replied. I said, whoa, Lucifron with a sick comeback against San. Up next in ATC, WesternWolves sends out Starnan. Don't miss it. Oh, such a good tweet. I pretty much took advantage of every single character that was available to me. Okay, cool. I am in WW versus Mouz. I'm ready to go. Next up is going to be Lucifron versus Starnan. Let me look at the standings really quick. Yeah, okay, so Starnan, he's one of those players that you don't hear too much about. He's a Protoss player. He is from Sweden. His name is Daniel Olsen. He's being sent out next. What else can I find out about this guy? Currently playing for WesternWolves. Very handsome guy. He's age 21. Born February 22nd, 1992. Ah, Starnan is Swedish for the star. Cool. He dropped the J. So he used to have a J in his name. It was S-T-J-A-R-N-A-N. So, if that makes sense. S-T-J-A-R-N-A-N. So, Stjarnan. And he said he dropped the J in his name to make casters less confused, which is pretty funny. Thank you for acknowledging, for making my job easier. I guess I wouldn't be confused. The J is silent, of course, not an issue. Okay, hello. Let's get hype. How you doing? Good morning to you too. Yes, Burning Frog saying 10:30 in New York is very early. It is. I was a little bit drowsy. It's fine. I got some coffee. I'm good. I'm ready to go. And what's better to wake you up in the morning than some Acer TeamStory Cup? What's better? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's better than that. Let me put myself on busy. So we're on the EU server. It's going to be a Protoss versus Terran. Getting ready for this. Let's make it happen. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, again, guys, Acer TeamStory Cup is what's going on right now. WesternWolves versus Mouz. Mouz has some work to do. Right now, Axiom is ahead of them at 4-2, and Mouz is 3-3. So they're not in control of their own destiny necessarily, unless they play Axiom, do they? Let me look at the schedule here. Axiom is yet to play Liquid. Oh. So on November 10th, Axiom and Mouz Sports actually play each other. Axiom and Mouz Sports actually play each other on November 10th. That's not too far. That's in 4 days. And that is going to decide pretty much who's going to get into the playoffs, kind of. Let's see. That's week 8. And then there's one more week. I mean, there's still a few more games to go, a few more matches to go, but still, it's going to be dicey. I think there's a wild card week. I think the yellow... I think 5, 6, and 7 participate in a wild card, if I want to say. Okay. MFA, it is 10:30 in New York. Oh my god, we're in the game. I didn't even notice that. Thank you, Ron, for switching over there. I was focused on my other monitor. And here we are. Belshir Vestige, Ladder Edition. Mouz is currently up 1-0 against Western Wolves in this best of 9 team league format. We got another PVT on our hands. Top left-hand location of Belshir Vestige, Ladder Edition. I present your Blue Terran player. He is Lucifron. His opponent in the bottom right-hand location of Belshir Vestige. The red Protoss player. Representing Team Western Wolves. He is Starnan. Of course, we're kind of getting warmed up a little bit. Warmed up a little bit for BlizzCon, which is this weekend. Getting primed, getting our STARCRAFT in. That's going to be an amazing tournament. It starts on Friday, goes into Saturday. This is the Acer TeamStory Cup, though. Regular season. Western Wolves versus Mouz. Pretty much, Mouz kind of needs to win this. They kind of need to win this. Western Wolves is currently number 1 in the standings. So, well, it doesn't matter as much for them. They would still love a win to just secure themselves. Map is Belshir Vestige. Got a probe roaming around here for Starnan, trying to find out what's going on. Minding his own business. Scouting a gas in a barracks. What can he know from that? He can know it's a Reaper opening. He can kind of know that. Other option is like factory play or something. But I don't think Lucifron does that too much. He loves the bio, loves the medevacs. And he loves those expansions. There it is. Speaking of which, so getting a Reaper, dropping that command center. Adding on a reactor right away. So you can start double producing those Marines. Reactors are nice to get out early. Adding on a second supply depot. Reaper, actually Probe is going to jet back in there because the Reaper left. He will have free reign. And Probe might be able to get in, actually. Because there's no units up here. And he will. What a crafty Probe. He's going to get in and see everything. Meanwhile, we got Reaper from Lucifron darting into the main base, taking out a Probe already. Very nicely done. Very nicely done, taking out that Probe. And the Reaper will stay alive. 2 kills. Wow. That is remarkable there for Lucifron. He's going to be super happy with that. Already 100-0 on that units lost tab. Meanwhile, Probe going to try to be annoying. He wants revenge. He's like, you killed 2 of my friends. I'm going to kill one of yours with the SCV. Running for his life. 2 Marines popping out. And the Probe actually gets out alive. Nice heads up move there from Starnan. Really wanted to kill in that SCV, though. But the 2 Marines saying, no way, Jose. Get out. This is my home. You are not permitted. You are not permitted. Another barracks being added on here for Lucifron, going up to 2. Now, last game, he went up to 3 at this point. Which I think is, I mean, it's fine, but I don't know about delaying that factory is the thing. It's not a huge deal. Engineering bay already starting +1. What is he making with that SUV? What is he making with that guy? Oh, okay, Spidey Bow. Like, is he going for an early Ghost Academy? Nuke Rush? Why don't people do that more often? Okay, this command center, I don't know if he knows where he's going. Command center, where are you going? Command center. There's no expansion in that direction. Command center. Where are you going? I'm so confused. Where are you going, command center? Go home. Okay. He's like, oh, my bad. Now he's gonna go back to where he belongs. It's like, just goes to a scouting orbital command. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. Just drop it here and start dropping mules at your opponent's natural. New metagame. Okay, what is Starnan up to? That's my question. Robo, love this build. Oh my god, there's no, like, if you're trying to if it's Valentine's Day and you're trying to win my heart and you're trying to come up with ways to make me fall in love with you, build an early robo and make observers. I am an observer fanboy. Like, Adebisi is one of my favorite guys ever. That's how much I love observers. Vision is so important in StarCraft 2. So important. Make another one, please, though. Please, another observer. Pretty, please. Starman, you have 200 gas. Aw, man. Warp Prism's fine. Actually, Warp Prism's really good, too. See, Starman is a man after my heart. This is pretty cool stuff. I've been having trouble in PvX lately, I'm not going to lie. So, I'm going to be taking some mental notes here. 2 gases at the natural, that's fine, that's great. Warp Prism coming out. And +1 armor. This is very similar to what San did last game, except... Never mind, there it is. Twilight Council. Very similar. Now, San, let me think. Oh, SCV, what do you see? Let me look at that really quick. Vision. Saw the robo, nothing else, so... Okay, Scout. I mean, you're always going to see a robo at this point, generally. Some players will skip it, but go for Stargate or something. Okay, so... The difference here is... Starman is hitting much earlier, but not with charge. With this Warp Prism. He's probably going to deploy it, like... He's going to deploy it right here, make 4 Zealots, scoop him inside, and then drop him in the main. And honestly, he might wait until Lucifron moves out. Because he has this Observer here, and he's going to be like, oh, Lucifron's moving out. And that's when he attacks. Ooh, only 3 Zealots, that's fine. 4 more gateways being warped in. Charge is not yet done. Templar Archives on the way. Pretty cool build. I love builds that involve a lot of gateways. Oh, Warp Prism gets taken out by the turret, but 3 Zealots dropped inside. And look at this Lucifron. So ready. He's got the Marines. He's got a Marauder. He learned from his mistake last time. And that's going to get cleaned up, and that's actually a pretty huge deal. That was a lot of investment there from Starman. Resources lost 600 to 325. And now Lucifron going across the map. Observer following this. Lucifron could see this if he wanted to. You can see the blur of the invisible Observer. Photon Overcharge being deployed here from Starman. He doesn't want to lose too much stuff. Targeting down the Nexus for now. Switching onto those Zealots. High Templars are here. But Storm is not yet done. I don't see this doing much. It's not really enough army to scare Starman. And now... He's got 2 High Templar. Storm is going to finish. Ooh. He's trying to take a 3rd, too. Does Lucifron have any idea? No, he doesn't. That's actually going to be interesting. So attacking into the natural expansion. Photon Overcharge still there. Targeting down the sentries. Good pickoffs. 2 High Templars being warped in. The Zealots and the Stalkers pushing those guys away. Upgrades are what? 1-1 for Lucifron. Only +1 armor here. Adding on +2 for Starman, but not quite there yet. Love the observer. Look at this. This is why you make observers, ladies and gents. Observer here sees those 2 medevacs. Observer outside the natural expansion. Up down this ramp to spot anything coming in that direction. I don't know about an observer here. I think that could be good. Maybe right here. Right here? Right here? Something? Building pylons over there is just fine too. Okay, engagement gonna happen. Starnan saying, Marines Marauders, you are not allowed. Get out. A drop was attempted in the main, but it was cleaned up. I think a couple feedbacks might have happened there. Ooh, look at that units lost. 2025 to 1,000. So these guys are Lucifron trying to attack in multiple locations, not necessarily working out. And Starnan looking pretty good here. He also got this 3rd base up, which is great. He's down in Harvesters though. So he's gonna want to start chrono boosting out those probes out of the Nexi. But he's already got the High Templar tech out. He's already switching into Robo Bay too. And Lucifron reacting by placing down a Ghost Academy. But Lucifron definitely behind, I think, at this point in the game. I mean, tech-wise, he is behind. However, upgrades, one might argue he's a little bit ahead once this 2-2 finishes. Because his opponent will have 2-1 and he will have 2-2. Because he has double Engineering Bay. Warp Prism coming into the main. Nice Storm drops. Starnan trying to be fancy. Warped in a bunch of Zealots here. Remember, the main army of Lucifron still making his way back. Zealots charging around. Marine's going to take down that Warp Prism, and now we're going to see what kind of damage these Zealots can get done. Nice play here from Starnan, trying to be annoying, trying to distract his opponent at the same time. Remember, establishing his third base back home. Now he's going to push across the map, also getting Thermal Lance. Leon on a second Robo. That would have been really interesting. Like right when you get your Robo Bay. Where is it? Where's the Robo Bay? There it is. Right when you drop this guy, drop a second Robo, and you can go to double Colossi production. And since you opened up with Storm, your opponent's like kind of focusing on Ghosts, not necessarily focusing on Vikings, so you can really take them off guard. It is a little bit risky though. It is a lot of investment. A little bit dangerous. High Templars running away. They're going to be fine. Storm's in the retreat path. Got some Zealots swinging up. They're going to not do much. And Lucifron's going to be happy about that. If we look at the resources lost, it's actually becoming very equal. And we got a game on our hands, ladies and gents. These guys are super serious. Okay, from here we got... Oh, a big drop. There's an Observer that sees that. Oh, and he's warping in a High Templar. He's got 2 Zealots and a Stalker. Feedback is going to happen. The Stalker going to target down that weakened medevac, but the bio is going to get dropped here in the main base. The High Templar coming forward. They don't have quite enough energy, trying to make themselves into an Archon, but a little bit too late. However, the Colossus is here to help out, and these Marines and Marauders are going to actually target down that Colossus. He's going to sneak on back, and he's going to pick up and run somewhere else. Meanwhile, oh, great storm onto that bio army that's charging into third base. Starnan on top of this. And that bio army used to be very scary looking, and now it has been decimated. Meanwhile, the natural expansion, another storm going down. Decent storm there from Starnan. Lucifron is everywhere. Taking down a cannon, trying to take down some probes. There's that second Robo we were talking about. He's going to double produce those Colossi. I think second Robo is a must-have on 3 bases in PvT. Just my personal opinion. Swinging on back into the main. High Templar going to get targeted down. No feedback's able to happen. 2 Zealots and a Stalker. The Stalker gets targeted down too. A Colossus coming back to try to deal with this. Starnan getting a headache here. Trying to deal with these medevacs. 3 star. Oh no! Lucifron lost a medevac. Meanwhile, big army on the left-hand side. Lucifron trying to spread his opponent's army apart. Working on 3-3. And I don't even know if +3 upgrades have even started for Starnan. Okay, here we go. Swinging into third base again. High Templars are there. This guy has Storm. Already has 5 kills. Starnan on top of this. He's playing pretty well. Lucifron is not shy with his multi-pronged harassment, and Starnan able to shove it off from now. That's a lot of probes. Wait, that can't be right. That's not 30 probes. Is that really 30 probes right there? No, it's not. That's 20 probes. I'm so confused. He must have just transferred. Oh, okay. I'm like, am I going insane? There we go. Now it's 30. Axel Tosh, you're not going insane. Not yet, at least. Okay. What else can we look at this point? Okay, so Starnan is being aggressive here. I mean, he's got these Colossi out. He's hoping his opponent doesn't have Vikings. Lucifron, 2 starports, 3 actors, but his Viking count is 2. He's going to have 6 fairly soon, which is nice. But these Colossi have +2 armor and +1 Terran ship weapons for those Vikings. It's only halfway done. So Starnan does have a bit of a time here where we can get damage done, but he's being very cautious. Doesn't want to overextend, which is very important. I respect that. Establishing a 4th base. So kind of using his map presence to put down that 4th. High Templars throwing down storms, flanking. And Terran does not want to engage up that ramp. He's going to back up, might spread these guys out, split these off to the side to dodge the High Templar. Thermal Lances, the Vikings targeting down those Colossi. One getting taken out, one still alive. Only Stalkers remaining though, taking down that Viking to protect this last Colossus. 6 more Zealots warped in here for Starnan, so an interesting engagement there. Resources lost 12,773 to 10,175. So definitely went a little bit better for Starnan, and more importantly, he was able to establish a 4th base behind this, adding on a cannon, adding on some gases. Starnan looking like a beast. Inspired by Naniwa, perhaps. Of course, both of them are Swedish players. Also, a War Prism incorporated again. I'm really loving Starnan's play right now. Now, one potential issue here is lack of 3-3, which he hasn't even started the upgrade yet, and he has plenty of money in gas, so I'm wondering if he forgot it. There we go. Starnan, you smart man. You cheeky guy. Adding on some gateways, it's great. Prioritizing the gas, the 4th, perfect. So now he can like do anything he wants. Because he's got 8 gases. He's got 8 gases. When you have 8 gases as Protoss, I mean, you can make Colossi, you can make High Templar, you can go anywhere you want. You have a lot of flexibility. Which is great. Also, Warp Prism lurking over here, so we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, Colossus taken out in a second. Another Colossus might be taken out. High Templar coming forward. There's a great storm onto the bio. The Ghost not able to get in range. Brilliant time warp there. Oh my god, that time warp. See, I'm a kind of player who doesn't value the time warp as the game goes along, but I need to revise that. Here we go. Warp Prism drop in the main base. 4 Zealots taking down a very unfortunately placed SCV, and lots of Zealots being warped in here. Ooh, Warp Prism taken out, though, by those Vikings, so not as many Zealots as could have been. And the Ghost Academy is actually going to get taken out. It's going to be remade immediately. That's a great pick off there. But these Zealots should get cleaned up. Now, Lucifron is still on 3 bases, and again, Starnan's on 4, and he's attacking up the right-hand side of the map. He's using this, using the fact that he knows his opponent retreated to his main, to potentially get a position at the 3rd base. But honestly, if I'm Starnan, I wouldn't necessarily worry about that 3rd base. I would worry about the 4th. And he's got a Zealot there. Just make sure your opponent doesn't take a 4th, because as time goes on, Starnan is going to be much happier. Look at his resources right now. 2,500 and 1,500 of them. Minerals and the gas. Lucifron's starving. In every sense of the word. And it's only going to get better for Starnan as time goes along, as long as he continually denies a 4th base from his opponent. Keep sending in Zealots to this location. Something you can do on Belshir Vestige. And this is one of those advantages that Starnan is taking that not a lot of people necessarily appreciate in the lower levels of play. Like, it's fine if you don't have a great engagement, but if you just think about the game as a whole, securing this 4th base as fast as he did, his economy is going to be great. He's going to have better reinforcement potential, even establishing a 5th base as his opponent is taking a 4th. So retaining an economic advantage throughout this game, which is fantastic. It's fantastic in StarCraft 2. Of course, you have to worry about micro. You don't want to give away free units, and this army is getting scary here from Lucifron. Stalkers blinking to the side, targeting down those Vikings. Look out for the EMP. So many ghosts on the ground here. The Vikings trying to target down those Colossi, but there's a lot of them. 2 taken out immediately, though. High Templars coming forward, looking for the storms. EMPs not able to connect. The Stalkers backing up, taking down the Vikings. Only 3 left, but only 1 Colossus left. And the ghosts having the last laugh. It is Halloween season. Is it still Halloween season? I don't know. It's like 5 days after Halloween. I'm calling it Halloween season. A lot of people are saying it's the holiday season once Halloween is over. I don't know. Don't ask me particulars. Okay, Starnan backing up. He's got the high ground. Remember, he doesn't necessarily want to engage. He's happy on his number of bases. Colossus getting some nice shots off on the Ghost. The Zealots coming forward as well. And High Templar staying in the back, which is great. There's a Storm looking for the snipes or the EMPs on those guys. Because you want to keep those Storms at bay. But honestly, this is a composition from Starnan. If the Colossus is taken out in the High Templar and there's only Stalkers, that's not a great army. A great Storm onto the bio. But Lucifron charging forward with a bunch of Marauders. A lot of Zealots warped in. That's the right decision. Lucifron going to pick up and get out of there. But importantly, something that's an issue here is that all of his Ghosts died. You don't want to lose your Ghosts. In a situation like this, the main units you want to keep alive are your Medivacs, your Ghosts, and your Vikings. Those are the most expensive things. Those things are going to help you throughout the game. Of course, the Marauders are probably yelling at me, but they're not as important. I mean, they're nice for supplementation, but they're not as expensive. Same with Marines. Marines are free. So you don't mind rebuilding Marines. They are expendable. Okay. Ooh, fanciness. We're going to keep an eye on that. Nice play here from Lucifron. Going to be able to snipe this 5th base. And he's kind of equalizing things. Remember the banks, how they were before? Starnan has been not incredibly cost efficient. We're kind of even in the resources lost there. Lucifron establishing that 4th base. And now they're on even economy. Remember, we had a situation where... Ooh, nice Storms. 36 workers killed. You know, Lucifron does still value SCVs, which is interesting. How many orbitals does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Belshir Vestige is tricky. Because, like, as you go along, obviously you can maybe rely on orbitals to to drop mules at this point, which I think might be okay. I wouldn't mind if he didn't build any more SCVs. Because his natural expansion is mined out, and this is kind of mined out too, so he's only on one base anyway, so it's not like he requires a bazillion SCVs. Okay, big engagement might happen here soon. Let's get the zoom out. Protoss coming forward. Posturing outside his 4th base here on the right-hand side. Lucifron not wanting to engage, worrying about these stalkers. Pretty annoying. But the Marauders will take that out. And look at this base from start in. And Lucifron has he seen this? Nope. Lucifron has not seen that base. The closer you are to your enemy, the further you are away from danger. That's the Lucifron logic. Who knows what movie's that from? I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking.
Mineral field depleted.
Who knows?
Geyser
You should know.
exhausted.
Shame on you if you don't. I've made that reference a couple times. Okay, here we go. Zealots, we're going into the 3rd base. SCVs all going to get chopped apart. They're going to try to run, though. Another Warp Prism heading up the left-hand side. Ooh, this could be fancy. I'm not going to miss this one. Oh, my God. This is going to be scary. There's no turret over here. And he's distracting at the 3rd with the Zealots. Look out. Look out for the Warp Prism. Starnan getting ready. Here it goes. High Templars drop. Storm's going down. Oh, nice reaction there from Lucifron. Whoa, that could have been catastrophic. Could have been catastrophic, but Lucifron able to pull those SCVs away. 1 High Templar still alive in this base from Starnan. This base. Alright. Okay, what's next? What's next here? Both these guys are 3-3 is done, right? Yeah, okay, good. I was going to say. Got Protoss Shields level 1 coming down. The other High Templar, actually, the High Templar must have died, but that's a lot of Zealots. This is a planetary fortress, though, and he's not going to take that out with the SCVs repairing. Meanwhile, we got an engagement in the middle of the map here. Don't miss that. Colossi and Archon engaging. Lots of Vikings in the air. And he's going to see this base, and he's like, get out of here, base. You do not belong. These probes need to run away. High Templar getting sniped there in the back. Nice heads-up move there from Lucifron. And Starnan going to be okay giving that up. This is quite the game we have in our hands. Still anyone's game. This planetary. These SCVs refusing to repair it. You guys should repair that. Oh, High Templar trying to get some storms. These guys are everywhere. APM is probably sick. Wow. That's an interesting APM there from Starnan. Floating around 100. Being very, very, very efficient with his actions. Isn't that cool? Okay, there we go. Now it's going up a little bit. Okay. 3rd base is now mined out. This is the only mining base here for Lucifron. Where do we go from here is the question. Units count, I want to look at that. 19 Vikings. Gotta keep those guys alive. 15 Ghosts. That's already a brilliant composition. Now, does he have Cloak? Because if he has Cloak... No, I don't think he does. He doesn't have Cloak. Because if he has Cloak... Oh! He's scanning to take out Observer, so maybe he does have Cloak. It doesn't say he has it up here. Alright, taking down some Colossi. Scanning the Observers. Oh, there we go. Cloak is on the way. Okay. I think he just realized maybe he didn't have it. Because the main idea behind that is... Some more storms attempted. The main idea behind that is take out the Observers with your Vikings. So your Ghosts can cloak and nothing can see them. Uh-oh. High Templar, look out. Feedbacks. Oh. Not the... how many did he kill there? Not entirely sure. I mean, that was pretty even trade. Uh-oh, don't want to lose these guys. Stalker's blinking back, trying to save him. What an intense game. Very intense. Anything can happen here. Again, guys, game 2, best of 9. Western Wolves versus Mouz. Observer taken out. Cloak almost done. At this point, if I'm starting, I'm having like 17 observers in my army. Not really 17. Maybe like 4 or 3. He's got cannons scattered around too, which is great. Look at this. Lucifron. Gonna try to... Oh, there's a great storm! Oh my god! Look at all the damage that was done to those Vikings. Oh, whoa. That was... Starnan, very cheeky. He might try to engage this here. Of course, Vikings gonna be looking for those High Templar stalkers. Oh no, don't shoot your own guy. He's a good guy. Okay. Vikings right now, they're looking for those Colossi. They want to take those guys out. And Lucifron's just going to charge in the main. And how does Starnan really deal with this? There's Dark Templar Shrine. I didn't even see that Dark Shrine. Has he even used it? I don't even know. Robo taken out. What happens from here? See, Lucifron is in a great position, because how does the Protoss really engage this? Starnan is going to have to start rebuilding stuff over here. He's going to go for this base on the left-hand side. This is the only mining base for Lucifron. He has no gas. This is going to get pretty intense. Cybernetics Core taken out. Still has High Templar Archives and Dark Shrine, but now he can't rebuild those because the Cyber Core is gone. He's got to rebuild that, right? I feel like he does. Planetary Fortress taken out in a second. So trading main base that wasn't mining for third base. But Lucifron's production is still intact. However, he doesn't have money to actually use his production, so this is interesting. Oh, okay, he can build the High Templar Archives because the Twilight Council is still alive. He barely remade that. That's very important to have. Adding on a bunch of gateways, too. So Zealot, High Templar are going to be very important. And the fact that he's still mining from 2 bases is fantastic here for Starnan. Every bit of money he gets right now is super important. Oh, look at this. Lucifron able to establish a base on the right-hand side. I say establish. I guess put down a command center there. Can drop a bunch of mules if he wants. Okay, we might see an engagement here. It's going to be a very important one. Archon, where are you going? You went the wrong way. He likes living life on the edge. That's what he does. High Templar coming forward. Throwing down the storm. Not hitting much. Actually hitting nothing at all. I think he did 10 damage to a Marauder, which isn't going to do much. Another High Templar. Not able to get a storm down. At this point, if I'm Starnan, I'm hiding High Templars everywhere. Like, I'll have one snuck down here. I'll have one down here. I'll have one maybe, like, right here. Here. Spread those guys out. Force Lucifron to look everywhere. Zealots saying, you know what? You cannot have that base on the right-hand side. You may not. Starnan is still mining his supply block, though. It's a problem. Wondering how to engage this army. This is a scary army from Lucifron. If he can scan, take out observers. He's got a bazillion medevacs, a bazillion ghosts, and a bazillion Vikings. And plenty of Marauders. High Templar Archives taken out again. Might have to remake that. Oh, he can't. He doesn't have a Templar. He doesn't have a Twilight Council. Starnan trying to get in position. He might go soon. Here he goes. Coming down the ramp here with a lot of Archons, Colossi. Vikings trying to get position, but Starnan immediately regretting that decision. He needs High Templars here. Doesn't he? I guess storming the Vikings would be huge right now. But he just doesn't have any. Oh, okay, here we go. High Templars coming forward, looking for the storms. Oh, great storm onto the Vikings. That's exactly what he needed. Oh, another storm onto the Ghosts. That's great. He needs to hit those Vikings again. He still has some storms available. Got to keep those High Templars alive. Oh, the Ghosts, they're cloaking. Is there an Observer? Okay, there's one Observer somewhere. Where are you, Observer? Observer! You need to get in the army here. Okay, he's going to back up to the cannons. Oh, no! Wait. Yeah, he can't see that. Bunch of EMPs. Got to keep all your units alive. There's a cannon there. So you should be able to see once he's envisioning the cannon. Now he sees it. He's going to turn around and attack. Cannon getting targeted down. Zealot's coming forward, but kiting away to get out of that detection range. Does Lucifron have this? I think he might. Probes, wondering where to go. This is a big army. And Starnan's kind of out of stuff. Okay, he's going to try to deal with this. I mean, there's like literally no SCVs here for Lucifron. Look at the bank of Starnan. He has no ability to spend that money. If he could spend that money, he'd be fine. High Templars throwing down storms, trying to fend this off. Only 2 Stalkers remaining, and he might have to attack with pros, but he has nothing left. And Starnan wondering what could have been. 1,700 in the bank. I know a lot of you have been there before. I've been here before, where I have all this bank, but no ability to spend it. Lucifron is not mining. 0 minerals, 22 gas. There's the GG. Whoa. Crazy game. Crazy, crazy. Wow. Okay, I'm just surveying some stuff really quick here. Lucifron was not mining. Oh, gosh. That's painful. Very painful. 1,500 to 1,700. Ultimately, didn't really have detection. I mean, he had 1 observer, but those ghosts medevac can be so cost efficient. No ability to build Colossi now that the Vikings were gone, but great matchup there. And Lucifron able to take game 2, guys. You're watching the Acer TeamStory Cup. And now Mouz is up 2-0 against Western Wolves. My name is Axel Toss. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more StarCraft 2.